You're about to watch an episode of Juicebox TV. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit subscribe. Please hit the bell if you enjoy. Cheers, we appreciate it a lot. Told me that before you gig at the Horn, you drove to the wrong place.
Right, okay. A full story. Okay. This is from my perspective, right? Fully from my perspective. We've got a gig at the Horn. Fantastic. Okay, I'll drive there. We've played there before. I know where it is. Turn up. There's no one else here yet. I thought, oh, yeah, that's cool. I thought, well, I am a bit early. None of the other bands yet. Having a good chat with the sound engineer. You know, really good fun, really good laugh. Then the other band starts to turn up. The other drummer goes to me. It's like, I haven't got my drum kit with me. Shall I go back and bring it? And I said, I wouldn't worry about it. We're playing, and our drummer normally he's fine with lending kit, so don't worry about it. It's fine. So that was fatal. Then later on, kind of looked at the poster and I thought, we're not on that. I thought they got our name wrong. Then I talked to the sound engineer again, and slowly the pieces are kind of starting to fall into place. So I did what any sensible person would do and ran away. Very quickly told the sound man, I think I'm at the wrong place. Let me just go and check. And then ran away and rang Josh and said, where are we playing tonight? And yeah, it turns out I had to drive another 40 minutes down the road to get to the right venue. And that poor drummer had to then go back home and get his kit. The gig up, we were supposed to be at St Albans.
Yeah.
But we were at, where were we at?
It was at,
We were at St Albans.
Bishops Stortford.
Yeah, no, I was at Bishops Stortford.
They were in the right place, you weren't.
Yeah, no, I was at Bishops Stortford. They were at St Albans.
Right.
yeah.
I turned up, parked, ran in with my bass as we were sound checking. So it was fine. It was fine.
I'm kind of impressed.
And me too. I was impressed with myself. I was very proud. They weren't impressed with me though. They were really not happy.
Yeah, Matt doesn't look impressed.
It wasn't your finest hour, Ben.
No. But in a way, it was my finest hour.
What I love about the story is that you not only nearly blew our gig, but you went quite away at jeopardising theirs.
Yeah,
like telling the drummer, no, you don't need a kit, mate. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I'm sure it was fine for them.
With a tambourine and a triangle.
I mean, I haven't been back there. We haven't been back there since, so it's fine.
You haven't been back there since.
And by the time we go back there, I'll have legally changed my name, so it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Perfect.
Yeah.
On that note, people watching, I'm with Point Clear tonight. Lads, because I don't like taking it on away from people, please introduce yourselves and the roles you play in the band in your own words. That'll be lovely. Whoever's going to go first has to deal with the complete rebuttal of everyone talking over each other. So I'm going to let you go for it and see what happens.
My name's Jamie Pottinger. I'm the lead singer and rhythm guitarist at Point Clear.
Whereas Matt didn't jump in. I'm Josh. I do a bit of rhythm, bit of lead, and some backing vocals when they can convince me or the mic's loud enough.
Hello, I'm Ben. I do the bass and backing vocals now as well.
And I'm Matt, and you might be able to tell from the camera position with what's behind me that I'm the drummer.
Yeah. Are you still in the practice room right now? Because you guys practice on a Thursday, right? Am I mistaken in that?
Yeah, so we used to practice in Colchester, and then I don't know how long it's been now, but we've then been practicing at my place, which is a lot easier for me, not having to lug drums about. Yes. But we haven't been practicing for quite a while with the whole lockdown thing, which has been a bit of a drag. But we're not far away. Hopefully, we're only a couple of weeks away from being able to practice again.
Totally. And I mean, like, it's at the start of this show in its series, it was such a generic question. I asked all the bands, like, oh, how's life without gigging? Or, like, do you miss it? And, like, obviously, we know at this point we miss it. It's so stupid to ask. But now, and I was chatting to Jamie about this before we hit record, it feels like a tiny bit more real now. You're allowed to be like skeptical, but it feels a lot more closer than usual. So I'm wondering, like, individually, what are your mindsets going into it? Are you just like ready to pounce, or are you as cautious as you were before? I'm wondering.
I'm feeling pretty cautious.
Yeah.
But optimistically cautious.
I think it'll be like riding a bike. As soon as we get back together, it'll be just all guns blazing again, I think.
Do you think? I mean, I very rarely play bass when I'm not playing point clear songs. So I picked up my bass. I know, I'm filthy. Picked up the bass the other day, and I was just like, "This hurts. This really hurts." So yeah.
I think the point is about being cautious as well, like we said earlier about how long this lockdown's going to go on, and even though it seems like we've got potentially gigs just around the corner, it sort of still feels a bit hard to believe that it might happen. you know. So yeah, we are cautious about that, obviously, but I think we're all gagging at the bit to get practicing again. Definitely. No, I am anyway.
I'm probably pretty optimistic about it, I think, because we've had that first lockdown period when we weren't practicing together for months.
Yeah.
And when we did finally get back together, then actually it was really tight. We were all pretty surprised and blown away how good it was.
Yeah.
Apart from Ben, the rest of us appear to have done some practice in between. So, and I think it'd be the same. I think we'll be straight back into it and hopefully charge forwards.
Yeah, I mean, like you say surprisingly tight, like I just mentioned again before we hit record. I know how tight you are. I've seen you live firsthand. That was July 2019. And it was, lack of a better word, it was great. It was so solid. Like, you're a great live band and I enjoyed it. And like you said, there was a lot of people in that room who were enjoying it too. I don't think, were the jackets back then? Did you have the jackets or was this a new thing? Because I'm trying to remember, because I definitely wasn't up front. I want to know more about the jackets, actually, now that I mentioned it.
Yeah, you got to answer that, Josh.
Tell me about the jackets, please.
Yeah, they were. Well, we decided to do our own T-shirts because my dad's got a songwriting business and he can do the T-shirt printing, so it makes sense for us to kind of do a bit of that. And then we're looking through the catalogue and saw the baseball jackets, and it's myself and my partner doing them. We sort of looked at each other and was like, "Yeah, that'd be really cool." So. Yeah, we sort of hopefully surreptitiously kind of got everyone's colour preference, then ordered them and printed them, and that was our little surprise to the band. So it was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek kind of a Grease-esque uniform, but yeah, it was good fun.
Good fun.
So you guys weren't aware this was happening. This was
he completely flung this on us, and we were like, well, this is the thing now. We're rolling with this forever and ever.
And I think, it's fair to say we were pretty pumped, Josh, when you gave them, and it was
oh yeah, no.
Okay, good.
We did some photos for the EP, beforehand, and we tried different things, including us all wearing the jackets, not realizing that it would be quite so fluffy boy band thing, which wasn't necessarily in keeping with the hard rocker kind of image. So, they're a mixed blessing.
You're allowed to experiment and dabble, I feel, because I was worried where you said like you done it in secret. I was worried you went, "Hey guys, look at these," and you all just looked and went, "Oh no, you're making us do." I'll just have this image of all you just standing around in the circle, looking at them on the floor, being like, "We can't do this."
You can tell in the Photoshop because it would just be Josh smiling and the rest of us are just going.
I personally don't mind. I mean, we've worn them to a couple of gigs, just literally hanging around after the gigs and a couple of festivals things and stuff. I sort of don't mind that so much as it's when we did the photo shoot, like Matt said, it was like not really feeling that vibe on the shot, but yet I still quite like wearing it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Is that like a fear of branding on your part? Because obviously you
maybe yeah, a bit soft around the edges, like Matt said as well. We're trying to portray a bit of manly rockness and stuff, and maybe it's a bit too soft for us. I don't know.
Tear your jeans and we'll do them in leather next time.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that though. I like them. The thing is, I remember them. And not in a bad way. I remember them because they look good.
Yeah. Nice.
And to be fair, we've had a lot of feedback and people asking about them. And so I think generally they've been quite popular. Maybe we just feel a bit self-conscious of them.
It's interesting because we went through this. We go through these kind of hoops quite a lot.
Yeah.
When we're thinking about how do we want to be seen? Do we care how we want to be seen? Do we want to be fun? Do we want to, or we want to kind of be taken a little bit seriously, but we don't want to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
and we're constantly having that debate with various issues. So it's and again, that Photoshop was just one of those times we thought, should we go with this? Should we not? So yeah, it was an interesting point.
Yeah, I feel like it again. Like I don't want to speak for you guys. Obviously, I'm not in the band, but like judging from my experience of seeing you, jackets or no jackets, I know it's fun and people will still have fun. Like even in recording, I listen to it and I know you guys are having fun because like recording can be a grueling process, but I know there's care in that.
We do make a very big effort. Like you said, there's a lot of difficult stuff goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But we always want to portray fun, a bit of loose. You know what I mean? That sort of fun-loving vibe. We're all very much about that. And coming back to the photo shoots as well, we try and capture that in photo shoots. It's like a balance, trying to capture, a bit of a hard rock vibe, but with the sort of fun vibe in there as well.
How much fun do you have with the recording, Jamie? Would you say?
Yes. Like,
I think you generally go through the full gambit of emotions in any.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
mastering. There's
blood,
sweat and tears that goes into it.
Maybe recording a song is like watching someone go through the 5 stages of grief.
I was going to say it's Dante's circle. It's the 5 stages of grief. It's like everything. There is anger.
It is totally everything. But when things come out the other end that A, you can be really proud of, and B, you think, my God, that's the moment that it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
When it's when it starts to come together, things start to happen with a recording. It's like, and it all makes that crap you've just gone through worthwhile.
It's it's a very natural part of the process. I mean, that kind of links back to what Ben just mentioned about like, do we want to be taking this seriously, having these internal questions? I think you're just going to have it over and over and over again, not just as a band person in the band, but as a human being. Like you will constantly be going through the hoops, and but also you'll forget that you've done it before because it can be so like heavy. And that's so weird. But like, I'm wondering, because you've recorded a lot, and are you recording right now or prepping? I can't remember this. You mentioned.
We sort of record. We're in the process at the moment of trying to record, and we're trying to set ourselves up to record in our home environments.
Yes.
So we can so the guys can. Well, it's more Josh, Ben, and Matt, so they can start sending me while we're in this sort of situation. We're trying to make the best of it and trying to rig up for the future, so it's going to make it easier for recording at home, sending me the WAV files and such, and working working separately, if you like, and trying to make that work while we're in this situation. But that's what we're kind of in the process of doing now, and ironing out all the issues there. But it's exciting stuff. Definitely. Good stuff.
When you say ironing out issues, I'm wondering, how are you all feeling about the process of not recording together, even if it's stressful enough as it is? You say 5 stages of grief, doing that alone without your bandmates, actually prepping for new content. How are you all tackling?
Well, what we've done in the past when we've not used studios is we've actually worked a lot in this room right here.
Okay.
in the fact that like I say, the guys will come around individually. I'll set up a track. I'll set up a rough track to record to for them to record their parts, and the guys will come round and we literally do it in my home.
Yeah.
And I'll go over to Matt and record his drums at Matt's, and so on. But obviously, like I say, that's what we do when we're not recording in the studio. And I'm constantly doing courses, and I'm very interested myself in producing and such as well anyway, so I do a lot of the sort of mixing and such, and all the rest of the EP that you listen to is mostly me, what I did in this room, and that's what my passion is, as well as writing and stuff. So that's what we basically do, and that's what we've done in the past. So I know what you mean. It's like there's obviously pros and cons to working in studios, depending on how much money you've got to spend, mainly. But what we've been doing up to this point really is working together, and recording together in our home situations and doing the best we can there, really.
And even with like the home situation, that gives you plenty of time to plan.
Yes, I was going to say there are a lot of pros the way I see it as well, because again, I'm very passionate. We're all passionate about the songs.
Yeah.
But having the freedom to be able to sit at home, when I've got all the recordings here and when I've got the guys here individually, a lot of creativity comes, when I've literally, Josh will come and we'll spend the evening going over the track, trying different ideas, and different things will pop up. And the same with Ben and the same with Matt. It doesn't, sort of, like I say, that doesn't happen obviously as a group. It's quite interesting because we focus, when Josh comes around, we focus on Josh. When with Matt, we focus on Matt. And like I say, we try and get the best out of everyone's, instrument and creativity individually. It seemed to work quite well. But obviously, when you're in the studio, you've got such a time constraint.
Yeah.
So, you're very restricted, if you like, in regards to creativity and freedom. I can keep coming back to these songs night after night, trying things, and you know yourself, just sometimes you get a main song together, but it's the I don't know, it's the fine tuning of a song that can really make a song, the little touches,
Yeah.
So that is one of the biggest freedoms, which I obviously really enjoy about the recording side of it, and being able to maximize the creativity.
Beautiful. That was an eloquent little fair play, mate.
I try.
Don't encourage him. Yes, no monsters only now.
He'll start writing his autobiography now. The picture of him looking broody on the front.
I will quickly bounce on to the next little question then, if you're that scared of the autobiography being written. In terms of videos, I know you care about them too, and the way you put yourself across. I'm wondering, the new stuff you're recording, and this is something I've always wanted to talk about with bands, because I don't think, well, not that I don't think, I know I don't talk about enough for bands, and so I want to take this opportunity here. For you all as like a group collective, as a hive mind, how do you approach videos? Because I know you put care into them, but I'm wondering, do you have the idea beforehand when recording the song? And I'm wondering if this is going to translate into the new stuff. Like, are we going to see a motive with the jackets? Is there going to be a story? Is there going to be? There's possibilities here. I know you can go for it.
Yeah, when we think about kind of the last two videos we made, the objective with kind of those ones was very much we want a product we can put out. We want something that we can show people. And so literally the objective was make a video for this song, because we think this is the song that's going to get the most kind of traffic. And the ideas for the video, what are we actually going to film, were kind of shoved in afterwards.
Okay.
We kind of went, well, where should we go? What should we? We've got that place. We could go there. Yeah, that would be good. Oh, we could kind of do this. And we kind of brainstormed it afterwards. So we didn't kind of go, oh, I've got an idea for that video. That would be really cool. And then we thought, well, let's make it happen. It was literally, well, what could we do to make that video?
Yeah.
It's kind of in reverse. But, going forward, we've done 2 videos now, and both of them kind of follow a very similar format. The second had kind of a bit more experimentation with some kind of secondary footage where we're all just being idiots in front of the camera.
I'd love to see it.
It was great fun, yeah. But moving forward, we've kind of got that confidence now to start thinking about, well, are we going to think about a story? Are we going to think about kind of an effect going on? Are we going to think about getting in more people to kind of be extras, to be actors and such? So, doing those first videos and almost kind of trying to put the outcome first was a good experience. But now, like having more time, having a bit more confidence, I'll be interested to see kind of what we all come up with for the next one. Because we haven't brainstormed any ideas together yet.
Right.
So we know that there is going to probably be another one, because they're just such good fun to make. And they always get good traffic. So it's going to be really interesting to see kind of what we do, we come up with for the next one.
There are a couple of songs. There's a few songs in my mind in our set list that I do have, that ideas do come to me. you know, prior. But like I say, a lot of them is like what Ben just said. You know, it's like, right, okay, we think this song's strong. You know, let's do, what should we do? You know, and we brainstorm it at that point. But yeah, there's a couple of songs that I am looking forward to at some point when we feel that it's the right time possibly to make a video for, that I've got a couple of ideas for. But some songs just seem to scream out a theme. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
You know, the attitude of the song or the funability, you know, the funability of the song or whatever. I was just going to say, we were very lucky with Hit and Run, the video.
Yes.
We were really lucky with that, and we were racing against time because a storm was coming that night.
Right.
And yeah, it was literally, you wouldn't believe, we recorded, I can't remember how many times we recorded the song at night, but we had to get as much down so quickly. And literally, as we started getting all the gear, the generators and everything into the back of the car, as the heavens opened, it was so lucky. It was so.
And it was the mother of all storms. It wasn't just a bit of rain. You know, we were getting phone calls from people on the M11 saying,
Jesus.
you know, this is a hallelujah moment.
Yeah, it really was.
And you could see it coming. I mean, this was so there was a little bit of kind of edgy pressure to get it done. But we also had complaints to the police, didn't we? Because we were playing outside, so we were kind of like.
Yeah, one of the neighbours complained that it was silly, really. But yeah, we obviously had a PA set up. We had generators, plugs coming in from left, right, and centre because where we recorded it in a horse menage, just to be different. And we had
lunar landscape, Jamie. Remember, lunar landscape.
That's
and I never know.
And but like I say, we were all really happy with how that came out. And like I say, a little bit of luck on our side with the weather, because we was at it all day, you know, trying to get those night and day shots.
If there's anything people really should check out by you, what would be the essential first recommendation for Point Clear? If someone's come up to you like, hey, I want to listen to your band, where do I start? Do I start with this song, or do I just sit down and go through everything? What would you say? What would be the first go-to?
Go for the EP. Just sit down, listen to the whole thing. I mean, first song on there is Hit and Run. That's, you know, it's a belter. You'll love it. And then every song after that is just great.
So the songs on the EP were chosen quite deliberately to illustrate some of the different styles and genres, and you've got stuff that's a bit bluesy, that's a bit poppy, something that's a bit heavier. So there was deliberate kind of variety in what we chose for the EP, which is one of the things I think that people quite enjoy about seeing us, is that there's a lot of diversity and variety in what we play.
Yes.
So I think, you know, rather than just picking one song, as Ben says, you've got to listen to the whole thing to sort of see the bookends of the different styles.
I testify on that, because I did recall having, I think it was the song Hit and Run you played live and everyone loved it, but then it was something, I think the last track, I think the track, maybe in the closing track you've done, which I'm not sure was Hit and Run, but please tell me if I'm wrong on that. It was just this really sort of dirty swamp blues number. It was really filthy. What is that? Is that sounds like what song?
I Can't Wait. It's probably, well, the blues number, the last tune on the EP is a song called I Can't Wait, which is very blues. Dirty blues. I'll go along with that. That's probably,
it's probably that, because I remember everyone thrashing, or you guys thrashing on stage. I remember Josh pulled the most beautiful solo face, and Jamie was lifting his guitar up in the air in complete victory, and I've never seen a man so happy in his entire life.
No, sorry, you're talking about Throwback to You. That's another blues. Okay. That's quite a pacey blues tune that we play quite often at the end of our set list, because it gets such a good, you know, it's an upbeat type blues tune, and you know, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that.
It'll always be dirty now. You've given it that label.
So we get to the end of the set. Let's play the filth. Come on.
Play the filth. Come on, lads. Bring out the filth. That's like, I think, I will say, you did earn plenty of, do you know what distinct face is now? We're like, it's what Ben's calling it. It's just not a good set. It's just it's a non-verbal.
Yeah.
And that's all you need. You got many of those, me included, that night. So yeah, I'm going to recommend Throwback to You then, because that one was great live. That's one that needs to be heard live, actually, because that was such a favorite.
I keep whenever it's mentioned about maybe not doing that, well, I kick and stomp like, no, it's just going in there.
You can't not.
It's happening. Just accept it.
We just sold that song for about 2 minutes on how dirty and sweet it was. You can't not do it now. I've trapped you in it. I'm gonna hear it live. If you don't play next time I see you, I'm gonna be disappointed personally.
We'll play it.
Thank you. That is that's my that's my recommendation. I don't have much of a say here, but Throwback to You is mine. On my part. If I had to pick one, but also the whole EP. And I get it. I will stop, but again, like what Matt said, it translates so well because it's not like it's very natural the way you transition in between, the way it comes up on record as well. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. The fact that because there is a bit of a concern of ours sometimes because I do tend to write quite varied, like I say, genre stuff, and sometimes we think is that a bit too far in another direction for Point Clear, But it's good to hear from someone like yourself if you listen to the EP, because like Matt said, we've tried to, put the diversity of our music onto that EP for that reason.
Yeah. And
it's good to hear that you think it glues together well, because that that can be a little bit of a concern. But it's funny enough, the last song on the EP that I just described that also as a dirty blues song. Really, it's called I Can't Wait, and like I say, that's very much blues influenced, traditional blues influence, if you like. But yeah.
No, I will testify to that. It all flows and it's great. And I think you do need to be seen live, which will hopefully, and it's so, I hate saying these things, but hopefully it's soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's soon. I'm so tired of saying, I'm so tired of going, oh, we'll gig again. It's just, again, like I said at the start, yeah, we know you will, but it's just a matter of when. But in regards to that, I don't want to hold you up any longer than I already have. Thank you guys for coming on. A full set here. I really appreciate it. Before I do let you go though, just please shout out any venues close to you, any local acts you want to talk about individually, just anything you want to shout out, things that people should check out.
Well, we've got a date with you guys in the diary, which is not so far away, which is 3rd of July. Saturday, 3rd of July at the Half Moon in Stortford, which is the 5th, 6th time we've played in that venue. So it feels like a little bit of a kind of a home venue for us. So that's always great. And it's the first kind of proper gig that we've done since the EP. So it's going to be a little bit of a kind of a party celebration of the EP as well. So that's one that's top of mind for us. And
that will be hopefully just after Distancing drops, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you can actually have a full live experience, and for once Ben's going to be in Bishops Stortford in the right place at the right time.
I know, I'll be there and it'll be amazing.
Jinxed it now. A couple of bands, really digging Wink. We played with them obviously at one fantastic group, and there's a local group to us called 3 Foot High. Awesome tunes, really high energy, and well worth checking out.
I was going to say myself as well, Wink was really impressed by Wink, and band that we played alongside at the Three Wise Monkeys in Colchester, called a Wet T-shirt competition.
That's a fantastic name.
Yeah, that I was really impressed with them. So check them out if you haven't seen them before. Wet T-shirt competition.
That's such a good thing to say. Wet T-shirt competition. I was really impressed by them. You would be. I would be.
Of course you would be.
Of course you would be.
Well, they're called swimsuit contest, Jamie.
Huh?
Well, they called swimsuit contest.
Is it swimsuit contest?
Yeah.
Okay, point still stands.
I'm sure it was wet. T-shirt contest.
That was just some film you saw, Jamie.
That was
Oh dear.
I'm gonna have to Google that later on. Both those things.
Swimsuit contest. Yeah, check them out as well. they're all so good.
Another band called the Wet Willies. They're worth a listen to as well.
Wet Willies.
Go on, Ben. Finish it up, my son.
We think actually on that subject.
What, of Wet Willies or?
Wet Willies, fully recommend them. When we played the Three Wise Monkeys, I thought that was a brilliant venue, in a really nice place, really well set out. Obviously, you play on the 3rd level as well, so you feel like, if you can handle carrying your gear up all the stairs, you know, it feels a little bit special, you know, being up there. It's a really nice space as well. So that's my venue recommendation.
Lovely. Right then, lads. Is there anything else you want to mention other than the obvious? Please listen to Point. Yep. Oh my gosh, can't talk English now. Point Clear. Please listen to Point Clear and check them out on July the 3rd at Bishops Stortford.
Bishops Stortford, yeah.
You got it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Right. Social medias. Plug them. Where can we find you?
Matt, do you want to do the honours?
Well, it's the usual stuff. So Facebook, you know, a lot of what's happening, what we're up to, pictures, videos. Instagram, Josh kind of leads the charge on the Instagram stuff. The videos that we've done are on YouTube as well as through Facebook.
Yeah.
And the EP is basically on all the platforms, so Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Amazon. So yeah, just Google it. You'll find us. No worries.
Lovely. Right. I will link all that down below then, just so it'll be a lot easier. So we'll type in. Thank you, boys, so much. Have a good evening. Have a good time. And I hope that hopefully, if that gig does happen on July the 3rd, you have a good one. But whenever it does happen, please have a good one.
Cheers, mate.
Please, for me, have a nice night. Not for yourselves, just for me.
Will do.
Take care. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.